Have you ever paused to think about what it truly means to thrive after 80? Not just to live, but to live well, full of vitality, sharpness, and joy. Because while reaching 80 is a wonderful milestone, it's not just the number of years that matter, but how those years feel. Today, I want to talk about 4 hidden challenges that silently erode our health and independence after this age, challenges that most people don't openly discuss. These aren't dramatic diseases or sudden accidents. They're subtle forces that creep in gradually, shaping how we age. The good news is, once we understand these forces, we gain the power to fight back. So if you're 60, 70, or well into your 80s, or if you care for someone who this video is for you, by the end, you'll know exactly what to watch for and what steps you can take to protect your health and quality of life. Let's uncover these 4 hidden hurdles and learn how to keep thriving at 80 and beyond. Reason 1. The quiet fire within. Chronic inflammation. Our first hidden challenge is chronic inflammation, a slow, smoldering fire that quietly damages our bodies from within. Unlike the redness and swelling you see with an injury, this inflammation is invisible and long-lasting. Scientists now call this process inflammaging, which basically means inflammation that accelerates as we age. Why does this matter? Because inflammation plays a major role in many age-related diseases: heart disease, Alzheimer's, arthritis, even cancer. When this fire rages unchecked, it damages cells, weakens organs, and disrupts how the immune system works. Think of your body as a house. Acute inflammation is like a smoke detector that goes off briefly during a small kitchen fire. It alerts you, triggers a response, and then quiets down. Chronic inflammation is more like a slow-burning, smoldering fire, hidden in the walls. You don't see it, but it steadily weakens the structure. How does this fire get started? Years of poor diet, stress, pollution, infections, and even lack of sleep contribute. Our modern lifestyle, full of processed food high in sugar and unhealthy fats, adds fuel. On top of that, our immune systems change as we get older, becoming less efficient at controlling inflammation. Let's take Helen's story. At 83, she was careful: no smoking, regular walks, healthy meals. Still, she felt tired and sometimes foggy. Her doctor tested markers like C-reactive protein, which signals inflammation, and found elevated levels. That silent fire was chipping away at her health. So what can you do? First, focus on an anti-inflammatory lifestyle. This means eating plenty of colorful vegetables, fruits, whole grains, nuts, and fatty fish rich in omega-3s. Avoid processed snacks, excessive sugar, and fried foods. Moving your body daily, even gentle walking or stretching, helps lower inflammation too. Stress is another big culprit. Chronic stress floods the body with cortisol, a hormone that can worsen inflammation. Techniques like meditation, breathing exercises, or spending time in nature can calm the nervous system. And don't underestimate sleep. More on that later, because poor sleep fuels inflammation too. Chronic inflammation is a quiet, relentless enemy. But the good news is, it can be managed and even reversed with the right habits. Taking steps now is like pouring water on that hidden fire, protecting your body for years to come. Reason 2. Muscle meltdown, the hidden danger of sarcopenia. Our second challenge is less talked about, but just as critical: the loss of muscle mass and strength, medically called sarcopenia. After 60, most people lose about 3 to 5% of muscle mass every decade. But after 80, this muscle loss accelerates dramatically, leading to weakness, balance problems, and increased risk of falls. Why is muscle so important? Besides helping you move, muscles stabilize joints, protect bones, and regulate metabolism. When muscle declines, your risk of fractures and disability rises. George's story helps us understand this. At 85, he was active but had a nasty fall on a slippery floor that broke his wrist. Weeks of limited movement made him lose more muscle, and even after healing, he struggled with daily tasks that used to be easy: opening jars, climbing stairs, even standing up from a chair. This downward spiral can trap many seniors in a cycle of weakness and immobility. It's the reason why falls are a leading cause of injury and loss of independence after 80. The good news is, sarcopenia is not inevitable. Regular physical activity, especially strength training, can preserve and rebuild muscle. That doesn't mean heavy lifting or intense workouts. Even gentle resistance exercises, like using light weights, resistance bands, or bodyweight exercises, are incredibly effective. Nutrition plays a huge role too. Protein is the building block of muscle, So older adults need to ensure they're eating enough quality protein from sources like lean meats, fish, dairy, beans, or plant-based proteins. Hydration matters as well. Sometimes, dehydration can worsen muscle cramps and fatigue. Even simple habits like standing more during the day, walking regularly, or doing balance exercises can make a huge difference. The key is consistency. Start small and gradually increase. Maintaining muscle strength isn't just about fitness, it's about preserving your freedom, your confidence, and your safety. Reason 3. When rest fails, the impact of poor sleep. Now, let's talk about something that affects nearly everyone as they age: changes in sleep. After 80, many people find it harder to fall asleep, stay asleep, or get deep restorative rest. This isn't just frustrating. It has profound effects on physical and mental health. Sleep is when the body repairs cells, consolidates memories, and clears toxins from the brain. Without good quality sleep, cognitive function declines, immunity weakens, and even mood suffers. Martha's story is a perfect example. At 87, she often woke up multiple times a night. At first, she thought it was just getting old, but over time, she noticed more forgetfulness, low energy, and frequent colds. Her doctor helped her adopt better sleep habits: a strict bedtime routine, avoiding caffeine after noon, getting morning sunlight, and making her bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. These changes improved her sleep quality, and soon she felt sharper and more energetic. Many seniors also struggle with sleep apnea, restless legs, or medication side effects that disrupt sleep. If sleep problems persist, it's important to talk to a healthcare provider. Here are some practical tips for better sleep. Keep a consistent sleep schedule, even on weekends. Avoid screens and bright lights an hour before bed. The blue light tricks your brain into thinking it's daytime. Use relaxation techniques like deep breathing or gentle stretching before bedtime. Limit daytime naps to 20 to 30 minutes, ideally earlier in the day. Make your bedroom inviting: comfortable mattress, cool temperature, and minimal noise. Good sleep is a foundation for everything: physical health, mental clarity, emotional balance. Don't overlook it. Reason 4. The silent struggle of loneliness and loss of purpose. Our final hidden challenge might surprise you, but it's often the most devastating: loneliness and loss of purpose. As we age, many face shrinking social circles, loss of loved ones, and reduced mobility, leading to isolation. This isn't just emotional pain. Loneliness is linked to higher rates of depression, cognitive decline, and even premature death. Studies show that social isolation increases mortality risk as much as smoking or obesity. Walter, 89, experienced this deeply after losing his wife and watching his children move away. He described his days as quiet and empty. Without regular social contact or something meaningful to do, his motivation to stay active waned, and his health declined. But purpose, the feeling that you matter, that your life has meaning, can be a powerful antidote. Purpose doesn't mean you have to climb mountains or save the world. It can be small but consistent actions: tending a garden, caring for a pet, volunteering, sharing stories with younger generations, or simply connecting regularly with friends. If you're a caregiver or family member, encourage loved ones to find or maintain these connections. If you're watching this yourself, ask, what brings me joy and meaning today? And find ways to nurture that. Community centers, senior groups, faith organizations, and even virtual meetups can help break isolation. And sometimes, just a phone call or shared meal can be a lifeline. So here's what we've learned. Thriving after 80 isn't about luck or genetics alone. It's about understanding and managing these 4 hidden challenges: chronic inflammation, muscle loss, poor sleep, and loneliness. They're silent but powerful forces that can steal your vitality. But with knowledge comes power. By making simple daily choices, nourishing your body with anti-inflammatory foods, moving to preserve muscle, prioritizing restorative sleep, and nurturing meaningful connections, you can protect your health and independence. Aging is not about fading away. It's about embracing the wisdom, strength, and purpose that come with years. It's about living fully on your terms. If this video helped you, please like and subscribe so we can share more elder wisdom to empower your journey. And I'd love to hear from you. Which of these challenges resonates most with your experience? How will you take action? Thank you for being here. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.